Hello, welcome once again to another episode of Open Talk. In today's episode, our guest is Stefan Francis, CEO of Thomson Computing, and Irina Desmokova, CEO of Licorn Gulf, the exclusive agent of Thomson in GCC. And they will talk to us about Thomson Computing, which will be expanding and opening its first assembly factory in the Middle East, and it will be in Bahrain. Stefan and Irina, to start with,
Hello.
we would like to know who is Stefan Francis.
Who am I?
Yes.
Difficult question. But so I'm 49 years old. I built the company a few years ago, and I decided to fight against the big brands, American brands and Asian brands about computing. And it was not an easy work, but since a few years, it's a very nice story, and we progress years after years.
Okay, so being the CEO of Thomson, what is the biggest project that you have worked on so far?
Actually, we built a very big category of laptops, and we want to introduce our laptops to all countries in Europe, after in Africa and in Middle East, and maybe in a few years it will be in America.
Well, hopefully we will see that.
So it's big
We'll
project.
talk more about that, because knowing that you're going to be having your company establishing a factory here in Bahrain. Going to Irina. Irina, from what I know, that you have been Thomson's agent for the past 10 years. Tell us about how do you find Thomson in the GCC?
I think Thomson has a brilliant future for GCC countries, because the market is growing and the economy is growing steadily, and they are very keen on new technologies that we can bring with Thomson brand. And within 10 years of existing of Thomson in GCC markets, I'm sure we can get pretty big piece of market shares and compete with the big companies such as Dell, HP, Samsung and other brands in the same domain.
So Stefan, can I ask you, why did you choose to invest in Thomson?
It's a family story at the beginning, because my father worked in Thomson during 30 years, and I know really well this brand. When I was young, I saw the magnetoscope, the TV Thomson and everything. So when I thought about the computing business, I look at for a big brand, and Thomson was an evidence French brand, but international too. And actually, you can check that in Europe, in Middle East, in America, in Africa, in all world, everybody knows Thomson. It's why I got this choice.
So you chose Thomson because of that. To know, seeing technologies, it plays a very important role in everyone's lives. So how important is technology, and how do you think you can make? What are the next steps that you'll be having in Thomson?
The Thomson strategy is very different than our competitors. We want to introduce a new technology in first. That is the way. We are French. We want to introduce technology every 3 months. We think computing technology is really fast. And my competitors invest a lot of energy to introduce some items, but for 2 years. But after 3 months, 6 months, there is a new technology in computing. And we want to follow this way. And in front of us, our competitors introduce old technology. So it's why we have a big chance to pick up a big part of the market, because actually, before the biggest is smaller, but now it's the fastest, it's smaller, slower.
So, and Irina, tell me about, how do you see technology, having Thomson being open in Bahrain as a factory? Where do you see the impact of this in Bahrain?
First of all, opening an assembly factory of Thompson in Bahrain, which will be like one of the first factories in GCCs made in Bahrain, which will add more value to Bahrain and its attractiveness. It's already an attractive country, and we are in love with this country, to be honest, because it's friendly, it's multicultural. The context of the country is really peaceful. Everybody's living on the same, many cultures living in the same country without any conflicts. And obviously there is rules and regulations compared to other GCC countries that are more flexible. That helps to attract us more investors from foreign countries and come and invest in Bahrain. And this factory, Thompson factory, we see as a pioneer project for GCC. And of course it will help also local population to generate more employment and other sectors, services that will be in additional to this activity.
And if I may ask you, why did you choose Bahrain?
I think Bahrain has a vision for the future. When we chose Bahrain to develop Thompson in Gulf, it was an evidence because, like Irina explained, everybody are really open to work with us, and it's really a pleasure to speak about this project with everybody, with the administration, with the private company, with everybody. So we decided to come because it's easy to distribute in all countries in Gulf. You have a lot of fly. It's easy to come to Bahrain, and it's a very nice country with a lot of buildings. Everything is new in Bahrain.
And where do you see your company heading from this step that you're taking? Where do you see it heading in the future?
From Bahrain?
From Bahrain, yes.
Yeah. We are going to open the manufacturer in few months. So we want to invest some million of euro to build this manufacturer maybe before the end of this year. And like it will be easy to start to sell in each country, and we want to sell maybe next year 100,000 pieces in Gulf, and maybe from Bahrain to USA to sell next year something like 300,000 pieces.
Nice. And what is the number of employment that you guys are looking for?
I think we will be able to employ something like 150, 200 people in the manufacture, and we are going to work with some company in Bahrain too, so it will be easier to employ some other people with some other companies. And
so how can someone apply to be a part of your company and give into this amazing? I'm sure it's going to add a lot of experience to. It's a different. We have never had a manufacturing company in Bahrain to do computers. So how can these people apply for the job if they want to work for you guys?
It will be, I think, published in the newspaper once we will finalize everything.
Okay.
We will put an advertising in the local newspaper with the details of email and everything, so the people, they can apply directly and send their CVs.
Okay, so you told us where you see Thompson growing from Bahrain. Where do you see it worldwide? As I know you're competing with different companies.
Yeah, I want to explain the strategy of Thompson, the global strategy. We want to introduce to the market some different products, tablet, two-in-one, laptops, and all times we want to introduce something different, like colors. You can see this laptop with a red color, and our competitors maybe can manage the same, but actually nobody introduced red color in this laptop. And we want to put the technology, French technology, inside the computing. Like it will be easy to move every 3 months and to teach the employer in Bahrain how we can manage that and how we have to sell that in the world.
Worldwide. And what was the most selling product that Thomson has done so far?
We got a very big success in Europe with our first prize laptop with a 14-inch.
Okay.
It was really, really a big success. In France, for example, last year, we sold more than 300,000 pieces.
Nice.
Only for France. And during maybe middle of the year, it was the first sales before the MacBook Air, for example. And yeah, it's really incredible because when we start a few years ago, it was an objective to pick up the first place. But we proved that in France, and we know that in Spain, in Portugal, the sales are very well actually, and we think it will be the same in Middle East and America, Africa.
I'm sure it will be. We would love to see, especially if it's getting manufactured in Bahrain. We would love to see it grow worldwide, and I hope it will. I'm sure it will from here, as your company has been there for many years. We will see the success, inshallah.
We hope so, but we are sure our strategy is very different. We want to be focused on the result. We want to spend money, but only to pick up the market. And it's really a strategy for a long term and a long time. And actually, you know, everything moves. Like Irina explained, in front of us, there are only 6 big brands. One is Apple, and after Asus, Acer, Lenovo, HP, and Dell, and it's enough. We can be the 7th brands in the world, and we want to be.
And hopefully you will.
Thank you.
So, Irina, knowing that you have been the agent for 10 years, why did you choose to be the agent of Thomson?
Because first of all, when we had this discussion, Stefan is a friend, close friend also of my husband, and we've been knowing each other for a long time. And when it came to talk about Thomson development, we straight thought it should be Bahrain. Not Dubai, not Saudi Arabia, but Bahrain, because Bahrain is the hub. And we've been working here in Bahrain since many years and attracting businesses, foreign investments from outside, from France, from Russia, from other different countries to Bahrain. And we know that it was a success. This is why the idea was to bring Thomson here to Bahrain and start as a hub for all GCC and establish the first factory here, with possibly later on implementing the research and development center for new technologies. As also, you know, recently they had a very nice, excellent news that Bahrain discovered huge oil reserves. Yeah. So it will create a huge attractiveness for Bahrain later on.
It will,
and of course, for me, Bahrain I consider is as like Singapore for Asia or Monaco for Europe. So I really believe strongly in this country and a huge opportunities that it offers for foreign investors to come here in Bahrain and not somewhere else.
Thank
and
you.
Start their business here.
Well, thank you for.
I want to invite all investors to visit Bahrain because very nice country.
Well,
nice.
Thank you for your kind words. Knowing both of you are entrepreneurs, so can you tell me what would you like to tell the other entrepreneurs that are out there? We have a lot of youth that want to be a part of investing in different kinds of businesses, but sometimes they get to be hesitant. What would you like to tell those entrepreneurs?
I can say to everybody, but young entrepreneurs, you have to follow your dream. You have to trust you and to be strong, to work very hard, because without that, no way to win. But everything is possible. The world moves, and you have to invest in you before to invest in your project. You want to trust you. You have to follow you and find the good way and the good country to invest to.
And you chose Bahrain, so you think...
Yeah, I chose the Bahrain, yeah, it's right. I said that.
Yeah. And Irina, how do you find that?
I would recommend to everybody to try itself in entrepreneurship. Of course, it's a big challenge because some people, they hesitate because On one side, they know that they have salary every month. On the other side, when you become entrepreneur, you might not have a salary for 1 month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months. You never know if your business will be successful, when it will start to be successful. So this is all questions you have to work in your head before you go ahead. But what I would advise everybody is just do not hesitate. If you feel like it, just do it.
Yeah.
They should, of course.
And you go to until you are successful.
Of course.
That's really an example. You know, when I start this business, everybody said to me, "You want to fight against the biggest in computing? Are you crazy or not?" I say, "No, I have my strategy, so I can manage something different, and I can pick up one part of the market. I don't know if I can be the first. I want to be the first, okay? But when I start, I said, okay, with one part of this business, it will be easy for me."
Well, and hopefully, and that's a strategy, and that's you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing, to believe in yourself. And a lot of people believe in themselves, and they own billion-dollar companies, and you could be one of, and you are, inshallah, you'll be one of them. And so, what would you like to tell people that will be applying for the job? What are what are you looking for in those people that will be applying to work for Thomson?
Well, we are looking for 2 categories of people. Maybe some engineer, because we want to develop some new technology with a tablet, with a laptop, with 2-in-1, or maybe some other product like robot or something like that.
Okay.
So we are looking for engineer, definitely. But another category is the salesman.
Okay.
Because we need salesmen. If you have the best technology, best product, with good looking, everything, without salesmen, it's impossible. So we are looking for people who is able to open new countries, new distributor in retail, because we are focused in retail actually, because it's faster than with some administration, something like that. And well, okay, it's the second category. Salesmen are very, very important in my strategy.
Well, and you can find a lot of people that can be creative and be good salesmen over here.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And but I have to find people in Bahrain, because I want to develop the sales from Bahrain.
Well, you will. I'm sure you will find a lot of people out there. Yeah. Any last word that you would like to tell?
Last word.
Yes.
Sorry. So, okay. So about Bahrain, I want to say thank you to everybody, because everybody support me to invest in Bahrain, and I want to say thank you to your king, because he has a strategy for the future for his country, and it's very. I'm really impressed about your culture and your future. And I want to say to the investors in the world, I think in this area in Middle East, Bahrain is the best country and the best place to invest.
Thank you for your kind words. What about you, Irina?
I just wanted also to thank our French ambassador that supported our initiative of bringing Thomson to Bahrain, and with her assistance, Cécile Langer. And also I strongly believe in this project that will be very successful in Bahrain, and I will be happy to discuss over it again. If you have any other questions, we are here in Bahrain locally, so you can always call us and ask where we are right now and at which stage, and we are happy to talk about it over and over.
Well, so thank you for being with us. It was a great pleasure to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for this interview, and I have a present for you.
Thank you.
You are going to test the tablet Thomson.
I have
it's,
to.
It's one of the best, and you can compare with our competitors.
Well, thank you very much.
I think it's much better.
I'm sure I would love it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, our guests today were Stefan Francis, CEO of Thomson Computing, and Irina Dusmakova, CEO of Lee Corn Gulf, the exclusive agent for Thomson and GCC. Thank you for watching Open Talk. Have a good evening.